Keeping you informed. This is In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS.
Welcome to In.form here on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS. I'm Caitlin Nykum, and today it is once again time to talk about a central location here in Jasper, Indiana. I'm talking, of course, about the Jasper Chamber of Commerce with none other than their Executive Director, Nancy Eckerly. Welcome back. It's a pleasure to have you in the studio.
Thank you for having me here. I appreciate it, and I appreciate having the opportunity to talk about the Chamber.
Yes, and you guys have been steadfast and very busy at this year especially, and then, it never really stops. And I will go ahead and say, for those who are looking to plan their Strassenfest this year, which we are a little bit of a ways away, I'm jumping the gun here, the Jasper Chamber of Commerce is the Strassenfest HQ for a lot of different things, which we will get into here. So definitely keep that in mind, and you guys are just up the way from the Dubois County Courthouse. Is that right?
Correct. We're between the Cabby Gym and the courthouse right on 6th Street.
Very good. So before we get into the Strassenfest fun, Nancy has come prepared to talk about a lot of different initiatives, a lot of exciting things happening within the Jasper Chamber. So the first thing I definitely want to ask about is the small business services that you guys are offering. It's a brand new initiative, I would imagine a kind of bigger undertaking that you guys are taking on to provide to local area businesses. So will you tell us more about that?
Yes. Well, the Chamber has always provided small business resources, but now we're really kind of taking it to another level. So let's say consider that you're wanting to start a business, or you're already in business and you need guidance. Well, we've established now the Dubois County Small Business Resource Office at the Jasper Chamber, and that really is designed to help people in those first steps. Sometimes you have a hobby and you want to turn it into a business. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that's not such a great idea. It just really depends on what it is. We've always had close connections with the Indiana Small Business Development Center, which is a state entity really kind of off the the Small Business Administration. But now we're putting that a little bit more in-house, you might say. So we have hired Ken Schnaus. People know him as being a local banker, a commercial banker through Springs Valley Bank and Trust, and a couple other banks actually before that. So Ken is a great guy. He has many years of working in the commercial lending and the business relationship management position, and he also has close ties with the Indiana Small Business Development Center because he's worked with them and through them for many years. But he is now going to be able to meet with people who are, like I said, either wanting to start a business or maybe they're in business, go through what it takes to write a business plan. People always have ideas, but he's going to give you homework to do after you've met with him. And he's going to help you through those steps, because if you can't write a business plan, plugging in really what your potential expenses might be, what your potential income might be, then it's really not time to start a business yet. So he can help you through all of that. The best thing is to just contact the Chamber at 482-6866, and then we will connect you up with Ken and get an appointment made. He's already been quite busy over the past about a month that he's been doing this. So we want to keep him even busier, and we want to make sure that those in business can stay in business, and those that have an idea of a business can start that business in a very safe and progressive way.
Very good. And Nancy, let's talk about one of the main misconceptions about the Jasper Chamber of Commerce. Do you have to be a business owner in Jasper, Indiana to become a member or to partake in some of these member exclusives per se?
Oh, absolutely not. We have several members that maybe are in Spencer County, or at one point we had like the Louisville Airport as a member. So it doesn't matter as long as they feel that that business feels like being in Jasper or part of the Jasper or Dubois County area can help them succeed. And so we want to make sure that we connect those ties for them.
Right, and you guys are taking care of business members and chamber members alike, but also, that you guys try to look out for different ways to help the people in the community in all of the various different aspects, including the health screenings that you guys provide on a quarterly or biannually basis. So can you tell us more about those?
Yeah, twice a year we partner with Memorial Hospital for health screenings, and these are open to the public, but what we also find is maybe a smaller business might pay for the health screening for their employees employees because maybe they don't offer health insurance, but they want to do something toward the person's health. So the next health screening is going to be on Friday, July the 25th, 5:40 a.m. to 9 a.m. because it is a fasting. So you want to get there early to make sure that you haven't eaten anything for about 12 hours. Yeah, that's what it is. You really register through Memorial Hospital through their website, and then you go to the Jasper Chamber section of that health screening. We can also give you that information if you call the chamber. But it's a great way to get kind of a baseline if you need that to determine what are your your blood screenings and your height, weight, and blood pressure and all those kind of things. There are some additional things. You can get a thyroid stimulating hormone test, a complete blood count, a bigger test, and then a hemoglobin A1C test. But again, that can all be explained. But the price is very nominal. I'm looking here on my sheet. I can't see what it is, but it's around $40, something in that range, which is very reasonable. And we know that if you went to your doctor and your doctor ordered a health screening, it would be much more expensive than that. But on the other hand, if you have this health screening done, you can take this to your physician and they recognize this as a legitimate health screening. So some people have it done in January and July. Some maybe just every January or just every July, and then they compare it from year to year. So the good thing about doing it in July is in January, it's right after the holidays, and maybe your screening won't be so successful. But in July, you've had time to work on that and maybe work out some of those kinks. But again, that is Friday, July the 25th from 5:40 a.m. until 9 a.m. At the Southside Memorial Clinic.
Very good. Again, I think the Jasper Chamber does a fantastic job of offering such wide array of things, again, not only for chamber members, but opportunities that the public can partake in. And we'll be talking about paper shredding and all of the things that you guys offer for the local community as well. But before we get to that, we have to talk about the big elephant in the room. That is the Jasper Strassenfest for this year. It's a very big time of year. We've still got a few weeks away. However, it's going to sneak up on at least me before I know it, even though I've been planning for it. So Strassenfest really kind of has a home at the Jasper Chamber office, right?
You know, years ago, the Strassenfest was a committee of the chamber. And then one of our board members at that time, and this has been a long time ago, said, you know, that's getting to be a pretty big thing. Maybe we need to incorporate that on its own. So the Strassenfest is an incorporated entity all on its own. It has a separate board, but it also has a separate committee. And so the committee is who gets all the work done. The board of that never hardly meets, but the committee meets monthly. As a matter of fact, meeting again this week. And I do have to give kudos to our daughter, Corey Eckerly. She's the chairperson this year and next year, and she's been involved in the fest for basically about as long as I have, because you know, when you're involved in something like that, so are your family members. So she's been doing a lot of things for a lot of years, and now she gets to wear the hat of the chairperson. But in addition to that, at the chamber, we have a lot of merchandise. We have buntings, flags, large, small, handheld, all kinds of sizes of flags. We have the steins, we have the books, the buttons, and we also have some costumes. I'll call them costumes, dresses, lederhosen, hats for men, women, and children. So all sizes, and we'd be happy to help you get all kind of garbed up for the Strassenfest this year.
Yes, so instead of, you know, resulting to Amazon as your impulse buy, you can buy all of your traditional German wear at the Jasper Chamber, which I think is a very unique offering that I didn't know about until I started working at this at the station. So it's very kind of nice to know that you guys are providing options for all different types of people as well.
Well, you know, you could say that, and you can order all of that online, but the sizing is very important because these dresses run very small. So you may order the size you normally wear, and it probably won't fit. Then you have to send it back. So if nothing else, come into the chamber office, try on some of the sizes we have, some of the outfits that we have, see if that's what you want, or at least then you'd get a sizing for something else you might want to order online. But anyway, we have all kinds of things, and we're there to sell and get everybody all dolled up for the fest.
All dolled up. And as we kind of head towards that, thinking about, maybe stopping in to see the chamber, what are your current hours of availability just in case we, can get off for a lunch break or something like that?
Yeah, we're there pretty much during lunch, but the best hours is when Carolyn is there because I am in and out of the office, although I'm there early at most mornings at 8 o'clock. But anyway, 10 to 1, 2 to 4:30 are the best hours. So, and then if you need something after hours, just call us. We're happy to meet you there and make that work also.
Fantastic. And again, I kind of prefaced, again, the Jasper Chamber stays busy. And with that as well, Patoka 2000, will you give us a little bit of a rundown on that branch from the Jasper Chamber as well?
Well, Patoka 2000 is the beautification committee of the Chamber. It's been around for a long time. We're probably most well noted for the flowers and the flags that go on the bridge. And we always, like today, we pray for a rainy day so the flowers can get a lot of wonderful rain. But we do have volunteers that water the flowers every day, and they keep them looking beautiful. And so we take donations for that. So if you would want to give a donation toward the flowers and the flags on the bridge, you can give a donation in honor of someone, in memory of someone, pretty much in any amount. We have people that give $5 or $10, and we have people that give hundreds of dollars. Mm-hmm. We also encourage families to kind of go in together. So maybe if your parents are having a special anniversary, or you want to remember mom and dad in a certain way, because every time you drive across the bridge, then you can think of them. So any dollar amount. We just right now we're taking a deadline, donations through September 15th. In addition to that, we do the duck race every year, which now we're calling Pluck a Duck, because we're not actually putting the ducks in the river, and this year we're not putting them in the public swimming pool either. We're putting them in two small little pools, and we'll be doing it at Kids Day on September 27th in downtown Jasper around 12 noon. That's our plan. And we also have a little coloring contest going on. So I'm going to hold up this picture.
Please, it is very adorable.
Colored, so you can, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. But anyway, that's one child's coloring. And so we will pick from the coloring contest. It's just a random drawing, really, a couple of kids that will help pluck the ducks out of the little swimming pool and then proclaim the winners of the duck race. And we always have some nice prizes for that also. But that's not until September, so we have a little time to work on that also. But we're always taking, I think we had the form in the utility bills, so, and we also have them at the library and some of the places, and they'll get distributed when school starts up again.
Very
so
good.
All kinds of things going on. And then I did want to mention something we kind of skipped over.
Please.
We have Coffee and Conversation with Mayor Vonderheide coming up again August the 21st, and this will be at Zach's Creamery. So you can grab a complimentary cup of coffee, listen to the mayor at 8 o'clock in the morning, talk to the mayor, ask questions until about 9:15 that day. And he's always open to sharing what's going on in the community and then also taking questions. And if he doesn't know the answer, he'll get back with someone and let them and share with him the details of what the question was. So he's very open to do that. No need to RSVP. You just show up and have some coffee, maybe a Danish or something, and some questions and answers with the mayor on August the 21st,
August
Thursday.
21st. That's a good date to note. And I will say for maybe those retired folks that are finding a little bit of trouble with settling down, that would be a good chance to just go and get a perspective from the mayor and again ask questions, because it is very open and very engaging in that conversation as well. And, again, another event that you guys partake in, paper shredding, that's another big push for you guys too, right?
It's unbelievable how many calls we get during the year of when is the next paper shredding. So the past couple of years, we've actually teamed up with the Kimball Resource Center. The Chamber's partnered with them. They actually reached out to us and we're like, yeah, let's do that. So the amount that's brought in during these times is unbelievable. And so they're all Wednesdays. The next one's July the 23rd, and the one after that is August 20th from 9 a.m. until 1 at the Kimball Resource Center out on Power Drive. Mm-hmm. So if you turn at the Dubois Toyota, go to the next street, that's Power Drive, and just kind of go to the end, or you can turn at the gas station out there and get to it the same way. But from 9 to 1, for the most part, you don't even have to get out of your vehicle. We'll take it out for you. And there's no real limit. We try to encourage about 100 pounds, which is about 4 paper boxes full of stuff. And if you have more than that, then you almost have to arrange for a private time with them to either they would pick up your stuff if you're a business, or you can deliver it there at any time. But the guys out there are great, very helpful, very friendly. And again, July 23rd on Wednesday is the next paper shredding.
Very good. And for those who are maybe wondering specifics, should you just prioritize paper products and maybe not the others for this day because it's going to be a very busy day at the recycling center, or do you recommend bringing other recyclables along with?
You can bring all recyclables. They really do want you to separate like your magazines and those type of things that aren't like newspaper.
Right.
But maybe separate newspapers also from regular junk mail and those type of papers.
So get a little bit of preparation done for that next July date, and then you get to take all your recyclables for a very, very big day. I know I've talked with one or two of them, and they say it's a very big day for them over at the recycling center. So
it is.
Any way to help does not hurt. And Nancy, we have upcoming ribbon cuttings, and I was complimenting you on how awesome it is that you send out the ribbon cuttings, and there's a huge list of brand new businesses, and every time I open this email from the chamber, it's I'm always reading about something new. So you guys are bringing in the new businesses and celebrating them accordingly. So what do we have coming up so far as ribbon cuttings?
Well, on Monday, July 14th at 11 a.m., The Good Find, and it's a new business on 6th Street across from Tom's Lawn and Garden is the best way to describe that, across the street. And she really, she's an interesting lady, and she kind of buys storage units, and then she told me that she gets rid of the junk and then she sells what's left. So it's kind of an interesting business, and I've seen her postings on Facebook. Her things look absolutely wonderful, clean and almost brand new many at times. So that one is Monday, July 14th at 11. The Schnitzelbank is going to be unveiling their Glockenspiel finally on Thursday, July the 24th, also at 11 o'clock, and they have a big celebration planned for that. I don't think it's quite finished yet, but It's getting near completion, and we're excited for them because that really is a nice tourist attraction also. And then on Friday, August the 1st, sometime in the morning, Memorial Hospital through Deaconess is going to be unveiling their rebranding. So I believe they'll have a new sign and other things that goes along with that, maybe possibly a slight tweak in their name.
Right.
So that'll be on Friday, August the 1st. And then Monday, August the 11th at 1, Jasper Garage Doors is kind of coming back under new ownership, and they'll be on the north side of Jasper, kind of out by the Dollar General, out on that north side. Mm-hmm. So that is 4 ribbon cuttings that we're aware of right now.
Yes.
That will probably change a lot in the next couple of weeks as more businesses open their doors, or maybe they've even been there for a while and decide it's time to do a ribbon cutting.
Right. And Nancy, as we, every day is a new day and every day is a new opportunity for a new business. If anyone is like, okay, I think it's time to start this venture and I don't really know where to start, I know I want a ribbon cutting at least, so maybe we can start there. How best can they contact the chamber and learn more about their various options?
Well, we have a great office. So Carolyn Gobert is our office manager. And so we are at 302 West 6th Street. And as I said in the beginning, we're between the Cabby Gym and the courthouse, kind of right smack in the middle there. You can just walk in the door. We'll help you if you walk in the door. Or you can call us at 482-6866, set up an appointment, and then we'll help you jump through those hoops that it takes to start a business, or even just have a conversation about potentially starting a business. So either Carolyn and I will talk to you about that, and then we'll refer you to Ken Schnass, or we'll just make a direct referral to Ken, depending on what the conversation leads to.
Very good. And you can always send an email to chamber@jasperin.org if you have any inquiries. I know Nancy's very responsive on the email side of things, which is fantastic in this world of technology. But Nancy, you guys have a very busy rest of the year to kind of look forward to, and we appreciate you sharing that with us today and hopefully getting some people to write some things down in their calendar, because you have a wider range from people who are looking for health remedies or health screenings, as well as for the kids. And then we've got Strassenfest and all of these ribbon cuttings. So you guys definitely keep providing for the community, and we hope to we hope you finish out 2025 as bright as you kind of started it.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I did want to mention we do have a weekly newsletter. So if anyone listening would like to get on that email thread for the weekly newsletter, I'm more than happy to send that to anyone. And then about once or twice a month, we also send out an employment opportunities, and businesses list jobs that they have available. So between those two and then other things we send out periodically, once you get on that list, you'll receive a lot of information from the Chamber, but not just Chamber stuff, but about the community itself and the whole community of Dubois County.
Very good. Lots of options with the Jasper Chamber of Commerce. I know that much. But we appreciate your time today, and best of luck as we head into Strassenfest season.
Thank you. It makes our office very busy, but that's great because we love to meet and greet people the best way we can and in the happiest way possible.
In the happiest way possible is what we can all hope for. But thank you so much for listening and watching this In.form here on 101 Country WBDC and 18 WJTS. I'm Caitlin Nykum, and this interview has been with the Jasper Chamber of Commerce.
This has been In.form on WBDC and 18 WJTS. Catch past episodes on our social media pages and our websites. If it matters to you, it matters to us. In.form.